on today's episode of I Was Wrong, let's talk about jump rings. Let's talk about jump rings and necklaces and bracelets specifically, but I'd say mostly necklaces. Okay, so when I started making jewelry, one of the things that I'm looking to do always is to make a really high quality product that wears really well and is very durable. I have two small children, so they tug at everything I'm wearing all the time, and that's really important to me that it's being durable. So when I started making some necklaces out of chain, when you attach the closure, you usually attach the closure with what's called a jump ring, which is just a tiny silver circle with an opening, and you open it and you attach something with it and then you close it again. And typically in manufactured chains, the jump rings on the end of those chains will not be soldered shut, they'll be open. And the same is true for manufactured pendants too. So the part that holds the pendant onto the chain is also usually a jump ring, and that usually will not be soldered shut, at least in inexpensive pieces. So throughout my lifetime, one of the things I've experienced is that if those get tugged on enough, they will eventually open up, and like the pendant might fall off and you'll lose it, or the chain opens up and the whole chain falls to the ground, you don't notice and you lose it, it's completely lost forever. So when I started making chains, I thought, well, I'm going to solder all of my jump rings shut, and then we will 100% never have that problem. So I've done that on a few of my chains, at least chains that I made years ago. I buy my chains now because I like the ones, I found ones that I like enough to buy that I feel are good enough quality. But anyway, the thing I was wrong about was actually it's not a good thing to solder all of the jump rings shut on a chain. Most of them, yes. The one on the pendant, yes. But the way I was doing it before, I would solder all of them shut, and like once you had that necklace on, like it was on, and you could tug on it and nothing would happen. The problem with that is it's a safety hazard, actually. So if it gets caught on something, you want at least one of those jump rings holding that chain together to be open, because if you're being pulled, you want it to break. If your life is at risk, you want it to break and you want to be safe. If it's too strong, then it's a hazard. So I actually learned that. I forget, I was reading a thread on Reddit or something. There was actually it was a Facebook group. I follow several silversmith Facebook groups, and I read those threads occasionally. And in one of the threads they were talking about that. So that's one of the things, I had a light bulb moment, and I was like, oh, well, that makes total sense. And I did that even for my daughter's, she's 5 years old, I did that for her necklace, and I was like, oh, that was bad, I should have done that. Awful. So, she doesn't wear that one anymore, but I was wrong. There you go. I use manufactured chains now, so that's not a problem with my current products, but in case that's something you've ever thought about, there's some more information for you.